mad that I came up. I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. For the Packers and Niners, this, of course, a rematch of the NFC Championship game from a year ago, and that game belonged to the 49ers. You might remember Raheem Mostert. Boy, he really made a name for himself in that one. 220 yards on the ground, 4 touchdown runs in the 37-20 victory that sent the 49ers to Miami. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. He's at the 30, past the 20, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Equanimous St. Brown, 77 yards. And the Packers have drawn even here with the extra point to come.
Is good.
Crosby with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
From the 29, Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They find some open field here. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Niners. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big time play for him on a short little pass.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Watch the
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Well, let's see where they turn on 3rd and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
13. Packers 7.
McCann's got it teed up. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And some room to work.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Open man is Ayuk, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. McCann's got it teed up. And this will make it into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. To give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz. They dial it up. And it turns into 6 points for him.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Gold with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Now this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Niners first play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Look at the backup, Jordan Love. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Check, check. Walk it before.
Love going to give this one to Jones. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Eric, some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Steps away, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now.
That's caught inside the 20. Oh, touchdown, 49ers. 3 touchdown passes down for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Love. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to find Equanimous St. Brown, and it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
3rd and long for Love. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now Austin. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
38-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. The offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Josiah DeGuara, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with him. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
Nope.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because
it got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
The kick
And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Niners 42. Packers 16.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Check 24. Check 24.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard penalty.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. After the sack on 1st down, Garoppolo, he's letting this one go for Fuller. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Nick Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
It's 2nd down.
Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Out of his end zone, Love. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's got some space here. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
The 2nd down pass intercepted.
A chance to really cap off a big 1st half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the 1st half. And this offense is running away with this one. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Niners 49. Packers 16. Set to kick off.
4 seconds, all that remain here this 1st half as the kick gets away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking tonight.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this 1st half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a round. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
On the return, the Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Third and 11, and some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. 42's the mic, boys, 42. 42's the mic. Get that quarterback at all costs.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. To throw is Garoppolo. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, it can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it, and from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
He's coming. We got double up.
They'll go again to Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Again, it's Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
He was brought down.
13 yards, first down, Packers.
A gain of 13 yards.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Second and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Throwing again. Love. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
On 3rd down, Love looking deep for Adams. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. On the crossing route, complete. It's Fuller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
7-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. On second and very short, Garoppolo.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this side.
Through an opening, and there he goes. 30, 20, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Mason Crosby.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Garoppolo now. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
First and 10.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
It's a gain.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down.
Brings up fourth down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
35's the mic. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
They'll run it with Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Forced out to his left. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
It's a loss of 8. Brings up second and 18 at their 49-yard line.
So now they operate back from their side of the field here. Second and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Looking deep for Adams. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Number 17,
Davante Adams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers get a score closer. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Niners 49, Packers 30.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward only for about a couple there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. From the 24, Garoppolo. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
On the draw, this is Barkley, and he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. This is Jones. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
He's taken down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3rd and 7.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
49.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Niners, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year.